All right. Hopefully you all have fast forward as far as you can so that we're all on the same page and we're live. Um, so there is a bit of a lag, but as long as you fast forward as far as you can, it won't be much of a lag. Uh, Sorry for the wait. Just making sure that we get as many students on here as possible. So I was reaching out. Um, real quick, real quick. So I've started updating the page. Remember, I told you all to visit the page regularly. Uh, I'm in the midst of making sure that the packets are correct. I know some of you guys have received the packets. I was told that some of it may not completely connect to what we're doing. So I want to make sure that the work you're doing isn't busy work. So a lot of you guys was with me last year. Keep in mind that if you're not sure, whatever work you're doing, remember, go through um, these links here. So, is the packet discussing the Constitution, presidents and precedents, expansion and industrialization, antebellum, Civil War and Reconstruction? So, uh, everything that you're doing should be connected to one of these units. If they're not, contact me, let me know, and then we can make arrangements to figure out if you should actually be even doing it at that point. Okay. Next, um, I don't have everybody's email address on hand. Uh, what I've decided to do is, well, remember, I gave you guys the option at the beginning of the year. Here you go. Here you have subscribe to history. Please, please subscribe. I'm also going to reintroduce Remind 101, which is a text message, which I think would be able to help as well, but I haven't posted that yet. Okay, so look out for that. If you look further down, I have put the schedule for middle school. Okay, this is my schedule, but every teacher is teaching according to this model here. All right, so keep in mind, even though sometimes we may stay over, or you find yourself over, or whatever, Everybody's in this schedule. All right. Everybody got that? All right. Uh, excuse me. What I'm going to do here, I've been working on some things for you all, but uh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Unit 6 for the people who wasn't here yesterday because we got a couple new ones. All right. What we did is we went over. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that. We went over how did the U.S. expand politically, how did the U.S. expand geographically, and what part did technology play in westward expansion. Okay. Uh, I have created some documents for you all that I'm going to upload. I don't want you all to be doing double work. So I do want to get with you all to see exactly what you're doing on the packet. Um, and what I want to do is take the packet and create an answer sheet that you guys can actually type in instead of write so that you'll have that information. Okay. Welcome for all the people who I have not said welcome to. All right. So where we at here? Let's look at a timeline. No, let's not. I'm sorry. We do have the timeline to help you out. Um, Actually, you know what? Yes, let's look at the timeline. Okay, so here is a document here that will help you as we discuss moving west. These are pretty much answers. So everything that I'm asking you to do or write or whatever, you could actually look at this to kind of help you get a good idea of how the U.S. expanded west. Okay, and as you see here, there are dates here and it's in order. So obviously, it gives you step by step. Yesterday, we talked about um, the Louisiana Purchase, which is right here. Where can I move this? I'm going to do it. All right. So we have Meriwether, which we didn't really talk about. We have the War of 1812. We have the Treaty of Ghent. As we scroll further down, we have, you see the canal system. This right here technically would be considered technology. We have the Indian Removal Act. Uh, Spanish mission system in California collapses. Native Americans leave the mission to find that the land has been changed forever. Animals and crops introduced to the area by the Spanish make it virtually impossible for California Indians to live off the land in the way they had before the Spanish came. So that'd be a great little example there. Uh, we have the gold rush. So James Marshall discovers gold. We also have the Homestead Act. Okay. So as we just scroll down here, there's a lot of information here. And to be honest with you, as we're answering questions, this right here is a one-stop shop to helping you understand and write and complete your answers. All right. Is there any questions on that? Any questions? So the great thing about Unit 6 is there's only 7 questions. What were the causes of westward expansion? I just gave you one. I just gave you a couple answers to that. What conflicts arose from westward expansion? What are the costs of achieving westward expansion? And what did the cost of westward expansion outweigh its benefits? So, if you were to really examine that timeline, you could actually answer the questions with with the examples and the timeline. Questions: when are they due? Good question. I haven't placed that date on there yet. So give me a little bit. What I want to do is I want to set up everything first. Um, Obviously, with the unexpected situation that we have here, I wasn't able to set everything up like I normally do. So uh, I will be posting when everything is ready to go, good to go, and then you'll have it done. Okay, so just like before, I have a link where you guys can answer the questions and put the questions in the link. All right. Any other questions? Okay. So what I am going to do is go over this one more time because we have some new people. So Antar, you could be doing both. I haven't been able to see the packet yet. Um, so again, listen. Just pay attention to what I said before. When we're looking at, give me one second. Here we go. When you're looking at your packet, when you're looking at your packet, my question for you, oops, is the information covering these points here? So precedents and precedents, expansion. So when you're doing the packet, go to the SQ questions and ask yourself, are you able to answer those questions? I will give um, I will give a lecture on the packet maybe within the next 2 days, I think. Okay. Again, I have to go through it. I do have some work that I created for you, and I don't want you guys to do double work. So I have to go through and make sure that you guys aren't doing double work. Does that make sense? Put a thumbs up or something to let me know. All right. Thank you, Cyrus, for answering. All right. Uh, so, um, what I want to do is kind of help you along the way. Remember, your answers are in the review. Your answers are in the review, and you also have the timeline. So a lot of your answers are right here. You do not have to jump on the internet. So, Tevin, I will give you instructions on which to do. If by some chance you have done the work already on the packet and I have work, I won't have you do double the work. I may have you do an extra question or two, but I won't have you do double work. I'm not gonna have y'all do the extra work. So so today, later on or tomorrow, I will be taking a look at the packet. Remember, I'm looking at two packets. I'm looking at the seventh grade packet and I'm looking at the eighth grade packet. So it's going to take me a little time to um, get all the information together. Okay. You've already done the social studies in the packet. Okay. So, Anton, you've done everything? What's this? Give me 1 second. Oh, all right. Uh, what I'm looking for. Oh, great. Um, for everyone here, because Antar has done the packet, I'll begin with Antar, and I should have something for you all tomorrow, discussing what exactly you should and should not be doing. If you guys noticed or remembered that Friday when we was working, I had a packet for you all. I finished it. I just wasn't able to print out all the information for you. So I do have a little bit of work already established for you. What I want to do is put a Google Doc up so that you guys can just type the work in and you guys don't have the problem of actually losing your work throughout this time. Okay. Um, so, uh, okay. So, having said that, what I need you all to do is remember your vocabulary, study your vocabulary, and was it this one? No, we're not going to do the review just yet. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, we're not going to do neither one of those. Home page. All right. So, what I need from you all going forward, because class is basically, I think it's about ended. Yeah. Um, So we got 15 more minutes. Okay, so what I need from you all. So yesterday we discussed technology. Let's listen to this just a little bit, and then we're going to just take a couple notes. Vocabulary. Oh, you know what? Before we do that,
Do so
vocabulary.
for two reasons.
Um, remember the vocabulary. All right, is eighth grade vocabulary. Eighth grade vocabulary. So it's right here. Okay. I may have to add a couple more on here, but this is the vocabulary that you need to master throughout the year. Um, so there's combined at this point, so you no longer get units. You get a combination of a couple units. Okay. Uh, so this here is your words. So right here. So if we go to Quizlet, let's not forget the other words you're going to still have to remember. Okay, so let's not forget that. So eighth grade vocabulary is here. So you should already know consent of the governed. Uh, I will. So what I will do, and I'm glad you asked that question, Tevin. You will have vocabulary, but I will give you specific words like we did before for you to know at the end of the week. All right, everybody got that? I have not came up with the words this week yet. So we're going to start that next week. Remember, these are new words, so I always give a week for you to go over the words. There are a couple words in there I do have to add. So again, you'll have plenty of time to master the words. Remember, masters I'm looking for. From here on out, you guys will be doing your vocabulary test by creating sentences. So you will have to create sentences, basically a little story. Okay, so um, I'll give you the words. You create a little story or sentence, whatever, to show me that you understand the words. That's how I'm going to have to be able to grade due to the fact that you're not in front of me, and a lot of you like to cheat. Okay, so that's what we are going to do with that as well. All right. All right. Okay. We have John Elise here. All right. Um, so slowly but surely, our class is um, is growing. I will have some work that you guys are going to be knocking out tomorrow. I'll be placing that up. Um, are there any other questions that you guys have for me? Remember, remember, your videos are here. Your videos are here. Also, don't forget, your book is here. Okay. So again, all your information is here, accessible to you, and we should not have no copy and paste and no cheating. All right. Please don't cheat because uh, I'm not gonna waste my time. Notice you cheat and then give you extra time to fix up your work. So let's not do that. So actually, you know what? Just thinking to myself, what I'm going to do is today I'm going to look at the packet. Number two, I'm going to create those questions so that you can actually put those questions together. And number three, I'll have a series of words that you need to be studying for the quiz next week. But keep in mind, you should still be studying all of the words, but the words that I'm emphasizing for next week. So that's three things. Any questions? Nope. All right. Well, because of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead get started with the 3 points I told you I'll have for you all. Again, take some time out, study vocabulary words, and I'll have a. Actually, you know what? These last 6 minutes, please, please, please subscribe to to the mailing list. Subscribing to the mailing list is going to give you updates. What I want to do is I want to give you guys a couple of ways to update you just to keep you on point. Um, so by the end of this, you should have like 3 or 4 different reminders. Um, we have the mailing list, we have uh, the snapshot. You'll have me reminding you, and I also have a remind that has been set up. I just need to make sure the information is current. And when you get the subscription email, I'll have remind on there, and you guys can log in there, or you can log on the website, which technically is on the website now, but I don't want you to go on there because I got to make sure it's current. All right. Great thing about it too is I think you also have some stuff in Spanish as well for remind. And if it's not in Spanish, you can copy and paste it and put it in Google. All right. So it is 12:58. I'm gonna let you all go unless you guys have any more questions. Tomorrow, you'll have some work to complete. I do have class post. I haven't posted the class from yesterday, but for people who missed yesterday, I do have the class recorded so that you can take a look at it. Um, and we'll go from here. So just be patient with me, just like I'm gonna be patient with you all with this new process. And if we're all open, patient, and work hard, we'll get through all this. And some of you, if you don't have an A, your grade could possibly jump up to an A. It should easily jump up to a couple grades than what it is for some of you. So have a great day. Put what on Snap? What are you referring to? Putting what on Snap? The work. So yeah, Snapshot. I'm going to still do the same thing with Snapshot I've done throughout. So keep in mind, a lot of the stuff we've done online this year, we already have a method of doing things. So working from online shouldn't be much of a problem. The only thing is just me being able to catch up and get ahead with a lot of the work because I was already creating things, but it wasn't. I have to get a number of things set up now instead of being able to just take my time and put things together when we needed it at that time. So Snapshot will always have the work. It won't have the specific work, meaning downloading it, but it may have a link to go to the work. So remember, most of the information you're going to be looking for is going to be on the front page of the home page. And that's where you get your work or you get your instructions or whatever. Okay. So hopefully that answered your question. Any other questions before I let you all go? All right. I'm going to give y'all about a minute because I know there's a little lag. And if nobody says anything, I'll be logging off. I will say I will be sending out a wow, I can't even think of the word. Um, a, a newsletter here within the next couple hours for later on tonight with everything that I discussed. So make sure you're logged in, and you can actually respond to me through the newsletter. And I would encourage you to tell others to subscribe as well. All right, well, that's a minute. So I'll see you all later because I didn't have any questions.